So quickly to get to talk about the concept of growth factors and receptors. Growth factors and receptors. So for these growth factors and receptors, you just want to talk about, they are essential players in cellular communication. All right, how a cell will develop, all right, and how a cell will repair if the need arises. Growth factors and receptors. So they act like molecular messengers and switches. They guide how the cell will grow, how a cell will divide, how a cell will become another thing, that's differentiation, all right, and also how a cell will survive. So first of all, let's talk about growth factors. They are proteins or polypeptides. They bind to specific receptors on the surface, all right, so they initiate a biological response, all right. So growth factors are involved in how a cell will grow, that's proliferation, how a cell will differentiate, become another cell type, how a cell will survive, tissue repair, right, how blood cells are formed. So these are the different types of growth factors we have and their functions. So please, I will advise you to pause, okay? You compare what we have here, this place, to what we have in this, okay? So please pause to look at their functions. Now, growth receptors are just the receptors that accept those growth factors, all right? So endodermal growth factor will have what? Endodermal growth factor receptor, Vascular endothelial factor growth factor will have what? Vascular endothelial factor receptor, all right. Fibroblast growth factor receptor will accept fibroblast growth factor. So it's just simply like that, So that was what growth factor factors and the receptors mean.